Alright, so it's been a long time coming, but in this video, we are finally going to say goodbye. Let's check it out. Let's hang out with this sport bike for a little bit. Kosciuszko Bridge. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the bikes are out today. But what's going on, YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. Coming out of Brooklyn as per usual, and we are heading to Long Island. And what is the reason for that? Why are we heading to Long Island? Oh look, I caught up to him. Oh, he's pulling away. So the question, why are we heading to Long Island? Well, like I said in the title of this video, it's about time to say goodbye to this bike. The thing that I didn't add is that's temporarily. So I'm actually heading to go bring it into Rolling Thunder for a lot of work that I've had planned for a while. If you've been following my last couple videos, then you know a lot of the most recent bike work I've been doing myself, which I'm definitely proud of. You know, there's just like some jobs that are way past my pay grade, and that's where a shop like Rolling Thunder comes in. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes when I pick this bike back up, right? But you know, I'm definitely doing some of the less exciting things too, you know, like the tires definitely need to be changed. I actually can't even remember the last time I changed these tires. I don't remember if I did it after Sturgis or if these are the same tires I've been running since Sturgis, which would be crazy, but I don't know. As you know, I do own two Dynas at this point, so I own this, and I also own the 06 Hot Rod. And the 06, you know, I just haven't been showing it a lot of love this season or last season, but this is the time where it's really nice to own two Dynas because, you know, we're going to be saying goodbye to this bike for a couple weeks, but it's not a big deal because I have another Dyna to take its place. But the thing is the 06 is just like a completely different ride than this. It just wants to tear up the highway. 116 cubic inch S&S rebuild engine. It's got no time for games, you know. That bike is insane. And don't get me wrong, man. My Lowrider, this bike is not by any means wanting for any power with those S&S cams I got in this 110. So I guess you could call them both hot rods. But the difference with my Lowrider is like this bike is just so personalized for me at this point. It just like fits me like a glove at this point. There's nothing like it, you know? You could give me all the power in the world and all the torque in the world, and that's just not going to change the fact that I'm just so comfortable on this bike after 4+ years, you know? If I had to characterize the 2016 FXDLS, there's just no bike out there that is quite as smooth as this one, assuming that you have installed some Legend suspension or something on par with that. But it's just so smooth, man. There's nothing like it. And I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss it. But, you know, we'll let it go to the shop, let Gerard do what he has to do, and then hopefully 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see me back on this bike. But until then, I'm gonna miss you. But the good news is we will be able to put some miles on the 06. So yeah, you know, that bike has to get ridden, and now's the time. But I'll put it out there to you guys, like whenever you have to bring your bike to the shop, which I know that there's some of you that just 100% are able to do all of your own bike work, but those of you who use shops, like what do you do to pass the time when your bike's in the shop and you're in those days of sadness? Are you like me? Do you just have another bike that you ride and pick it right back up? Or do you have some other activities that you use to fill the time? Do you read a nice novel? What do you do? I'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, as for us, we are going to continue rolling here. I'll throw up some goodbye clips saying goodbye to the Lowrider for now. And then I'll pick it back up when I'm on the 06. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll pick it up a little bit later. See you later, guys. Okay, status update. So we have successfully, with the help of the road captain, dropped off the Lowrider to the shop. And thus begins the new journey with the 06 116 Dyna. If I could get it to start. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, that's that nasty horsepower right there. Woo! But yeah, again, huge shout out to my parents for coordinating with me so I could successfully drop the bike off to Rolling Thunder. And yeah, you know, luckily I still have a Dyna to ride, or else I'd be taking that GTI back to Brooklyn, which I'd rather not do right now because parking is just so gnarly out there. But yeah, I'm gonna do a whole upgrade video, because from when I made the first video when we just bought this a year ago, obviously a lot of things have changed on it. And just like that, we're back out here in Brooklyn. So yeah, I recorded a little bit after I left the house with my dad, but then we had a little malfunction with the battery on this camera, so I'll pick up where I left off yesterday here in the morning, out here in Brooklyn. But yeah, you know, it's like I said, saying goodbye is never easy. You know, I'm gonna miss my Lowrider for the better part of the upcoming month. But it's okay. Like they say, when one door closes, a new door opens, and whereas I won't be able to ride my FXDLS for a little while, I'll get to spend some quality time with my beautiful 06 116 S&S FXDB Dyna. And man, I have so much to tell you about this bike. It just hasn't gotten enough love, especially on my channel. Like there's a lot I want to tell you guys about this bike. Even just like what Jen had to say about it on our way back to Brooklyn yesterday. She was like, you know, in comparison to the Lowrider, and it's like what I've said before, is that there's just nothing smoother than the FXDLS, you know? She's like, yeah, I could really feel the difference in just how the engine behaved, because how much the bike was like rumbling and shaking. Like, this thing is like a monster, man. And she was like, by the end of the ride, like when we got off the 495, she's like, I couldn't even feel my feet anymore because it was because of the vibration. You know, she's not used to that. She's used to the smoothness of the Lowrider, which still has a 110 cammed up engine. You know, that bike is no joke either. So yeah, I'm excited to spend some time on this bike. It's been too long. I absolutely love this bike. I'm so thankful of the work that we put into this thing last year, so that now, you know, while my Lowrider's in the shop for a little bit, I could just keep on moving, business as usual. And I'm gonna put this out here right now, and like I said, I'll do a couple videos on this bike. But yeah, I'm just gonna like flat out say, like, this is easily the fastest bike I've ever ridden. You know, it would, if I were to go toe to toe with my Lowrider with this bike would blow it away, man. It's unreal what this bike is doing. But yeah, that's what's going on. So if you want to see what I wind up doing to the Lowrider, stay tuned. Once I get it back, you know, I'll throw up an update video so you can see the upgrades I did. And in the meantime, we're gonna enjoy this. You know, I love this bike. I'm so grateful to have this bike with my dad. And there's only more good things to come with this thing. And man, I'll say it again. If you have a friend that has a rebuilt S&S engine or anything of the like, see if you could get a ride in on it. There is just nothing like this engine. Whew. Raw power, man. Raw power. Alright, but that's all I got for this video. Thanks for hanging out with us. We've been a lot of places in this video. Shout out to my dad, and also shout out to my mom for helping me coordinate to drop my bike off at the shop, especially during these crazy times. I appreciate you guys. You're the best parents in the world. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and stay low, especially in these crazy times. And BK Low is out.